one is visiting a new land, one is greeted with many new wonders. For instance, London has a clock. And Italy has a building that's falling down. And New York apparently has, mutant fruit. And in New Braunfels, you will find the tube, or in colloquial language, the tube. And as the age-old saying goes, when in New Braunfels, do as the New Braunfels, sorry, New Braunfelser do. So you owe it to yourself to enjoy a relaxing float down our lovely rivers. Bobby! Wrong slide! Yes, there we are, the Guadalupe and Comal Rivers. But before we get into our tubes, we must go over a few rules to ensure your safety and to enhance everyone's enjoyment. The rules of the river are really quite simple, but some people are sticklers for details. So let us look at some possible scenarios. If you have the desire to rig your ride with more bump than a mix-a-lot track, don't do it. Noise devices may not be audible beyond 50 feet. In the obvious category, no glass is allowed on the river. While this should be obvious, we should like to stress the following point. No glass on the river! In the if you really need it, perhaps your vacation should be in a clinic category, only one cooler per person is allowed. Oh, you've got about another 100 yards or so to the river there, buddy. Ha ha! Oh my! The maximum permitted cooler size is 16 quarts. No foam containers are allowed, and coolers must have a locking mechanism. This could be a latch, a zipper, Velcro, or bungee cord. Coming down on the motion of the ocean side of the debate, vessels on the rivers may not be over 18 feet in length. And for your information, the average tube size is 5 feet in diameter. Which is quite adequate, thank you very much. Now, to continue with the rules, we are going to play a sort of game like Where's Waldo? It is going to be called, Can You Spot the Diving Board? Look, do you see a diving board? How about here? What about now? On the subject of safety, life jackets are recommended for children under 8 and weak swimmers. Let's just move on to the next topic, shall we? Earlier, we discussed proper cooler regulations, which may have prompted some of you to ask,
what exactly can we take on the river?
Glad you asked, because an enjoyable float on the river is even more relaxing with a refreshing, delicious beverage.
Neato!
Cool! But you have got to follow the rules. Fortunately, we have made them easy to remember. First, no volume drinking devices on the river. Second, no containers smaller than 5 ounces either. So, as a review, a volume drinking device is just too big. Others are too small. You want the ones that are just right. Acceptable drinking containers are aluminum cans, sport bottles, and plastic bottles. A volume drinking device is just too big. Others are too small. You want the ones that are just right. And remember, no glass. And finally, one of the most important rules of the river, or anywhere in New Braunfels for that matter, is no littering. Seriously, no littering. I mean, come on, don't be a moron. It's that simple. And there you have it. A few simple rules to be safe and courteous to others while you enjoy your tubing experience. But in case you've forgotten something, let us review. For a more thorough review of these rules or others specific to the Guadalupe and Comal Rivers, please click on this New Braunfels visitors website under the button marked Floating Rules. And the easiest rules to remember are to relax, cool off, and enjoy the ride.